While some publishers claim that gamers don't enjoy single-player experiences anymore, other publishers are handcrafting some of the most creative and well-done stories in any form of entertainment ever. You see, this is a beautiful baby made of gold, blessed from the heavens and able to purge any sort of evil from our world. It's a pretty good game. When looking back at some of this decade's largest and most impactful games, a lot of the contenders are single-player experiences carried by their stories. You see this? This is a good game. This is a good game. This is a bone-licking good game. And this is a fantastic... sorry. Everyone makes mistakes. I meant this one. It's a good game. It's a really, really good game. These are games that stand above other single-player experiences. And the things that make these games stand out isn't the fact that their stories are all completely mind-blowing or anything like that. I mean, yeah, some of them have really amazing stories that just completely mess with your head. But when you look at a game like The Last of Us, and you strip away gameplay elements like the game mechanics, the setting, and the characters, you're left with one of the most generic zombie stories ever. Spoilers in 3, 2, 1. In this game, you follow two characters. One of the characters is immune to the zombie infection. Your job is to get this character someplace where they can be experimented on to create a cure. That's the story. That's it. It's pretty basic. Now return all of those elements from earlier. The gameplay mechanics, the setting, and most importantly, the characters. And you've got one of the most creative stories ever. Joel and Ellie make this story. Their relationship is constantly going up and down, with evolving the relationship and then deteriorating, back to evolving, back to deteriorating. And, you know, it helps that the actors are putting on some stellar performances, probably the best the video game industry has ever seen. But it's the bond between these two characters that gives this story weight. Hell, the environment, the zombies, the whole apocalypse is only background noise to heighten this relationship, which arguably is the main focus of the story. These characters are complex. Decisions are not black and white. Their opinions are not black and white. They make decisions in these games that can hurt each other or help each other survive. There are moments that keep you at the edge of your seat, and moments that make you shed tears. Not that I've ever cried. Nope. And this is something that many games, and even movies, completely mess up. These characters have to be relatable, they have to be likable, they have to be understandable. We have to know where they're coming from, even if we don't always agree with their decisions. Have you ever played a game where there's something really crazy happening to the main character that's supposed to be so tense and engaging and, you know, making you bite your nails, but you feel nothing? It's probably because the characters weren't done too well. It's the complete opposite with The Last of Us. Joel and Ellie are complex characters. They butt heads from time to time, but they also care about each other. At the same time, they hate each other. And they make decisions that can hurt or help each other. But these characters are likable, they're relatable, and they're understandable. Emotion in any story is only driven behind the weight of the characters. And a great cinematic example of characters being done pretty well to very poorly would be Jurassic Park. A classic. A classic! The first movie follows a group of scientists on a dinosaur theme park island where we get to learn about their scientific fields, their personalities, and their opinions. We get to spend a lot of time with these characters to understand who they are and where they're coming from. And they're likable, they're relatable, they're understandable. So, whenever dinosaurs start rampaging through the park, we are rooting for these characters, we are cheering for them. And these dinosaur scenes are made terrifying because we want these characters to survive. Now look at the second film. Yeah, you probably don't care about anyone in it. None of them are relatable, none of them are even likable, except for maybe one or two characters. And they all make stupid decisions. When characters act irrational, when they make decisions that just don't make sense to the audience, it makes it 100 times harder for us to relate to them. Therefore, there's no tension. When T-Rexes are chasing characters in this movie, I don't care. They could die or not. I really don't care because I can't relate to these characters. They're stupid. But enough about movies. Back to The Last of Us. I want to play a scene for you. For those of you who have played the game, you're probably going to understand the context of what's going on. And for those of you who don't, I just hope that this shows you how well done these characters are. Naughty Dog and the actors both worked really hard to bring these characters to life and to create an engaging scene that, even out of context, can hold so much emotional weight.
Be careful. Ellie? Ellie?
I'm up here.
Jesus Christ.
Is this really all they had to worry about? Boys, movies, deciding which shirt goes with which skirt. It's bizarre.
Get up. We're leaving. Come on.
And if I say no?
Do you even realize what your life means? Huh? Running off like that, putting yourself at risk? It's pretty goddamn stupid.
Well, I guess we're both disappointed with each other then.
What do you want from me?
Admit that you wanted to get rid of me the whole time.
Tommy knows this area
Oh,
better
fuck
than...
that.
Well, I'm sorry. I trust him better than I trust myself.
Stop with the bullshit. What are you so afraid of? That I'm gonna end up like Sam? I can't get infected. I can take care of myself.
How many close calls have we had?
Well, we seem to be doing all right so far.
And now you'll be doing even better with Tommy.
Not her, you know.
What?
Maria told me about Sarah.
Ellie?
And
You are treading on some mighty thin ice here.
I'm sorry about your daughter, Joel. But I have lost people too.
You have no idea what loss is.
Everyone I have cared for has either died or left me. Everyone fucking except for you. So don't tell me that I would be safer with someone else, because the truth is I would just be more scared.
You're right. You're not my daughter. And I sure as hell ain't your dad. And we are going our separate ways.
Get it together. We're not alone.
I got two walking in.
There's more inside already.
Even if you've never played this game before, you can feel the weight behind this conversation. There are things these characters clearly want to say to each other, but can't entirely bring themselves to do it. They are complex, they are dynamic, and they are realistic. Both Joel and Ellie have so much development. From the start of the story to the end of the story, their characters change. They become new people because of their interactions with each other. They are molded by each other. When you start the story, these characters don't fit together at all. It doesn't make sense to put them together. But by the end of the story, you couldn't imagine it without them together. And that's how you do a story. That's how you make characters for a story. There's already a huge emphasis on characters in video game stories, but there's so few games I feel that actually do this right. And The Last of Us is the best example I can think of characters that can really push a story. Characters who could still be interesting in a completely different setting. Thanks for watching this video. I hope it was a bit educational, or at the very least, just entertaining. If you want to watch my most recent video, you can click that up here, and if you want to subscribe for more content like this on a regular basis, subscribe button is down there. So thank you again for watching. Go play The Last of Us.